Alright guys, Hazing here, welcome back to the channel for another Dislyte video. So in today's video we're going to be talking about something that I've seen people discussing on different discords. I've seen people discussing it on Reddit, I've also seen people discussing it in the global chat and stuff like that. And it is going to be talking about the OLLIE event, okay? And basically it's going to boil down to a question: is the OLLIE event trash? Okay, I don't like to use the term trash, but that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying it's quite a trash event. I'm going to talk about the event itself, what I think about it, and I'll give my opinion if I think it is good or if it is bad, okay? Now, right now, we can only base it on part 1 of the event because part 2 is not available for 6 days, but I think it's pretty easy to kind of see how part 2 is going to play out. So making some assumptions, I think we can work out what part 2 is going to be, okay? So first off, the OLLIE event, you've got stages from here, stage 1 up to stage 6, okay? And these are basically story events where about, I think it's 3 of them, maybe even 4, but only about half of them are actually playable. The rest of them are just stories, okay? And they serve as an introduction to OLLIE and giving you a chance to play around a little bit with OLLIE, okay? They're nothing too deep. They're not really, I mean, I think you can't even replay them. They're one and done. And really, again, it's just to give you a bit of background about OLLIE. So I want to say that they're nothing really special. The other part of the event is what looks like these 2 stages, which is Eradicate Miramon 1 and Eradicate Miramon 2. Now, in reality, these are just the same thing, okay? They are one stage, okay? I'll go in and I'll start the stage just now. One of the things that you need to do on this stage is you must use OLLIE, okay? If you don't have a copy of OLLIE, one will be provided to you, okay? So what this whole event basically is up to this point is an extended trial of OLLIE, okay? And I think the purpose behind it was to try and make you want to summon OLLIE. Is the only real thing that I can say that it's supposed to be. Now, when you do this, you basically have to grind the same stage over and over and over and over and over again to get the currency required to clear out the shop, okay? So first of all, I'm going to say, gameplay wise, there isn't any depth here at all, okay? It is just literally it's basically the same as grinding the practice stage, okay? Except you're going to get a currency for it, which, to be honest, is a little bit unoriginal, okay? I mean, it would be good if you could do something a little bit more with this event, but as it stands, it is literally just the same thing as the practice stage, except you're just running a story event, okay? You're just running it over and over and over again. Now, they're making you use OLLIE in this stage. Like I say, you can use your own OLLIE if you happen to summon them, or you can use the one that they provide you for free. The one that they provide you for free isn't very good because he doesn't have any gear or anything like that, okay? And OLLIE in general isn't necessarily built for an event of this type. OLLIE is a character who is going to do a little bit better on things like Kronos, you know, single bosses. He's going to really excel in that type of content, whereas content like this, where you've got groups, you've got mobs, he's not necessarily going to shine very well. So putting him in this event, it's actually given a lot of people the impression that he is bad. So that means that instead of achieving what they want to achieve, they've actually achieved the opposite, and they've made most people think, OLLIE's trash, he's not worth summoning for. Now, I've always said with OLLIE, I feel like he's a character that has his own use, his own niche, but he's not going to be a character that is maybe going to displace some of your other units on a team. He's someone you may put into specific team builds for specific content, and I don't necessarily think this content is the type of thing that he's actually going to shine in. So for achieving the goal that they want to achieve in this event, I feel like they've missed it. I don't think they have achieved that goal, and again, that's mainly because most people seem to be walking away thinking, OLLIE's trash, I don't want to summon him. Again, I'm not saying I agree with that, but I don't think this event is showing him in his best light. Now, the event itself I did go over the rewards before it started. It's giving okay rewards. I mean, it's very, very uninvolved what you have to do. I mean, you literally just run that stage over and over again. When you do that, you're going to get some missions that you'll complete, you know. You're also going to get these materials that you can use in this shop, okay. Now this leads us to part 2. Now if you go to Ancient Coin Shop, these are what you're going to earn in part 2. And to be honest, I think what that's pretty much telling us is if we go to close, you'll see there's 2 more stories that are going to come. I feel like part 2 is pretty much going to be more of the same. It'll probably be 2 story levels, and then you're probably just going to be running the same stages over and over again just to grind up another currency. Now, I personally, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think if they done something for these events, like maybe like a themed tower mode, or if they done some kind of limited boss, or just something a little bit different, not only would it give Ollie a bit more of a chance to shine in certain levels, especially if you were facing like a high powered boss or something like that, I just feel like it'd be a bit more fun in general, because honestly, like I say, right now running that event is really no different to running the likes of practice stages. You know, there's not any great level of difference there, and I feel like for some people that might get a little bit boring. To be just completely frank, I don't really feel like there's a lot for people to sink their teeth into, you know. So for me personally, while I don't think Ollie's trash, I don't. I think he's going to have his uses. I just don't think this is necessarily where he's going to be most used. Me personally, I'm running him with cooldown equipment because his cooldown on his skills are pretty high. So having like cooldown equipment on him can maybe help mitigate that a little bit. I just feel like this event isn't really giving him the chance to shine, and to be honest, if I'm being completely blunt, I do think it is a little bit boring. I get that it's their first event and we need to cut them some slack, and I'm happy to cut them some slack, because do you know what, if we say things like this event isn't the best, I would rather have something a little bit more engaging, something a little bit more fun to do, then they can take it as a learning exercise, and the next event they do can have a little bit more meat on its bone and a little bit more content, really. Because to me, just running the same stage over and over again is something that we can do already, you know. There's plenty of stages we can do that in. We can do that in Chronos stage, we can do that in the Wave Runner stages, we can do that in the XP farming stages, and just having another single stage with no changing challenge to it isn't really that much fun, you know. Like I say, if they done like an Osiris tower that was maybe 20 floors or something like that, and each floor had a slightly different challenge to it, it would probably be a lot more fun to play. I get they've got to try and find a way to balance the difficulty there, but again, I just feel like it would be a lot more engaging than just this single stage that we're going to run over and over and over again. So I hope, if Lilith Games are listening to feedback, I hope that if they are going to implement some of the things that we would like to see, making more engaging themed content for stories is something that they could do. Obviously, as of yet, they didn't listen to the feedback surrounding the banner, and the banner did launch with the hideous pity system that it's got. Not going to beat about the bush, it's terrible. I'm hoping for the next one it won't be like that, but hopefully that could be the same for the story events. I'm hoping, like I say, they can bring something out that's got a little bit more meat on its bones, something that's a little bit more fun to do, because for me, this is just basically an extended demo of Ollie, and realistically they haven't even put him in a good situation to show that he can be a decent unit. So if I had to give this event a rating, which maybe I'll do going forward for all the events, I don't know, if I had to give this event a rating, I'd give it a C- to a D, because really I don't think it's that great. But anyway, sorry if this comes off as a bit of a negative comment. I'm not actually intending to put out a negative video. It's just, I think they could do a lot better, you know. And if they get feedback to say they could do a lot better, who knows, maybe they will start listening. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the story event. Are you happy that it's just a little bit mindless and you can just grind, get the currency, get the rewards, and then you're done? Or like me, would you like to see something that's potentially got a little bit more meat to it, something that can keep you occupied in a bit of a deeper way? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I have been Hazink, and I will catch you on the next Dislyte video, dudes. Peace out, and I will see you later. Bye.